And I'm going to compare these two books, and mainly I will talk about the similarities between the themes and characters between these books. Okay. So talking about the themes, I mean, these two books, they have exactly the same theme as whatever Professor Dr. Taylor has said in his review for the book Milk. Like, it indicates Stanley's theme, longing. I have to quote this. Actually, these two novels, they both explore the connections between sexual and religious yearning, how even our rawest, most confused impulses may contain elements of the divine. Okay, in order to make my point, we are going to go into this book. There are actually many characters in this book, but there are only three main characters. One is the heroine, whose name is Jessie. And Jessie has a boyfriend whose name is Belle. And Jessie later met a woman whose name is Madison. What happened here is this. In the beginning of the story, I want to tell you something interesting. The book is called Suicide Blonde. First of all, the woman is not blonde. Second of all, she didn't commit suicide. The first scene, the first problem, the first question, Jessie dyed her hair blonde. Why? Because she wants to attract her boyfriend, Belle. Why does she need to do that? Because Belle shunned her all the time. So if you have a husband who shuns you all the time, maybe you will get a divorce. Maybe you will try to attract her, but this kind of behavior is not right. This is what I'm trying to say. Jessie is a damaged girl. How I say that she's damaged? There's a part in page, should be 101. She said, I have always been attracted to people who make me feel inadequate. And I'll explain why she got this kind of damaged character. She got it from her mom. That's a character here that appears like 3 to 4 times in the book. Her mom is a damaged woman. I'll raise the part about the mom so you can see how damaged the mom is. It's on page 158. The mom never actually appeared and talked to Jessie. They just make phone calls to each other, and this is one of the phone calls. Mom said, you hurt me so much. She said, I realized in a clear, more defined way how broken she was. Broken. I was angry at myself that she had to offer me her jugular like a submissive dog before I felt anything for her. God damn it, she shrieked now. I'm so fucking lonely. She never swore, and this fact alone, more than anything she said, upset me. I saw how divorce just cements the patterns of a dysfunctional family. It institutionalizes and canonizes the sickness, assures it a place forever. Compassion streamed in with so much intensity it felt lightheaded. So, as I have said, Jessie got this damaged character from her mom, right? And next we're going to talk about her boyfriend Belle. Belle is more damaged. He's a bisexual. That's why he shuns her all the time. Because actually Belle doesn't love women. I mean, he's bisexual, but he loves guys more. And he had a boyfriend whose name is Kevin. Kevin is not that as the one happened to the milk one. No, he's not. They're not together anymore. Why? Because they have to. Belle has to leave Kevin. What happened to Belle is that Belle is damaged. Some part of it contributes to his dad. Because he's gay, on page 163, people will mock his dad. 163, let me read it, what happened here. He wanted to be, this is what right here. I killed my father, Kevin said. Why he would say that? Somebody called his dad, what's the word for a gay person? A faggot. Somebody called his dad that. His dad got so upset. So Belle has to leave Kevin and live with a woman to fix the relationship, to make his dad feel better. Okay? So now we have seen two damaged person, Jesse and Belle. They're both damaged, feel inadequate, and also they are in a confusing world. This is one of the similarities I want to say. Both of these two novels, all the stories, although they are about religion, no scenes happened in the church. This story happens let's see, San Francisco, the Tenderloin district. Okay, and the next person I want to talk about is Madison. How did Madison come up? There was a woman who's fat and is almost dying, called Madam Pig. You know, Jessie feels inadequate too much. She has to leave Belle for a while. She wants to leave. And she needs to make some money, so she works for Madam, like a helper. And Madam Pig, this woman is pretty disgusting. And she tricked Jessie. She told Jessie that I have a daughter whose name is Madison. She is mad at me, so please help me to find her. And Jessie found Madison in the club. Madison, what's that word? Is whore. Is a prostitute. She's not only damaged, but she is destroyed. She's cruel, she's icy, and she finds her strength through punishing people. How would she do that? I'm not going to read it, I'll just relate it to you. After meeting Madison, Madison kind of used Jessie. The first day when Jessie met Madison, Jessie said to Madison, I want to find a place to live because I don't want to go back to my boyfriend. And Madison asked Jessie to go to her apartment. At night, Madison sent a guy who kind of raped Jessie. It's kind of raping. Why is it kind of raping? Because at first, she doesn't want to. But then she kind of wants to have a meaningless sex. So she did it. But actually, Madison sent a guy. And after that, Madison taught her how to use drugs, how to prostitute herself. And there's one scene that you can see Madison use punishment to get strength. There was a guy who comes to the club. That guy likes to be punished like an S&M. And that guy wants Madison to punish him sexually, and at the same time, he wants Jessie to watch. So Madison did it to the guy, and Jessie watched. This is Madison. But why Madison appears in this novel? Why? There should be a relationship. These two, they're boyfriend, girlfriend, right? But why? Why she is in the novel? Actually, Madison was the dark side of Jessie. On page 52. Jessie said, I wasn't sure if I wanted her or wanted to be her. I felt attraction for Madison instead of the pity I had anticipated. So in this novel, actually, Madison is Jessie. Now I want to make it more clear. There's a Jessie who's a woman, right? Like the one, I want to make a comparison, like the one in the milk, Mary, right? She's like Mary, who feel inadequate and who wants sex from the husband, right? like Jesse. And there was also the guy from the monastery. That's name is John. Right? Thank you, Sydney.
You're welcome.
And one last major character from that is the bisexual. No, he's not. He's gay. He's gay, and his name is Walter. Let me make it more clear. Walter, a guy. We put Walter and Johnson together. Bisexual. Madison and Jesse together. And Belle, bisexual. So actually there are only two characters in each novel. One woman who feels inadequate and have a dark side. We can tell Mary has a dark side. Mary had sex with John before she got divorced. She wants to experience the meaningless sex, right? Two characters. One bisexual, one inadequate, and a woman who has a dark side. So, what is this movie? No, I'm sorry. This novel is about people, damaged people, who use sex to try to find God in a confusing world. How did Darcey put this into her novel? There's one part that is really classic. It's 135. So you can see how it is composed. So, page 75, I'm sorry, page 75. It says, I lit several prayer candles in Grace Cathedral. One for Belle, one for my mother, my father, his wife, her kid. See, that's everything in her life. Who got her damaged? Who is damaged? Madison, one for Peg, one for myself as a little girl. Then I lit a few for abstractions: courage, honest, sanity, and kindness. I thought of all the other places candles burn in Hindu temples, little Chinese dens, the former gardens of Japan, satanic churches in the California hills. And then I made myself think God is dead, but it seemed dangerous. I knew that it was comforting to have someone around who knew all the bad things about you, the horrible things in your past, like a lover or a close friend. And I knew this was the purpose and place of Jesus. So now he's talking about Jesus. I took down the cord and walked to the altar. I stared into Jesus' raised eyes, then pushed my hips into his pelvis so it rubbed on the carved girth of the cross. It's definitely using sex to get to God, right? Okay. So at the end, after all this meaningless sex, what happened at last? Belle still loves Kevin. He cannot forget Kevin, although he tried sometime, just like what Walter did, try to find some gay boys, using meaningless sex. He still cannot forget Kevin. But Kevin is getting married. And Jesse went to Kevin's wedding ceremony to confront him, like want to solve this problem, to make the end to the problem. But when Jesse is back, Belle died. Belle cut his wrist, and there was blood everywhere in the bathing tub. And that is the last sentence of the whole novel. It says, if he died for my sins, I am grateful. So actually, Belle sacrificed for Jesse. And then Jesse got a new life. This is the story about Suicide Wrong and a comparison about the two novels. So in conclusion, these two novels are so similar. They're both about inadequate people trying to get to God through sex in a very confusing world.